Hey friends, this is Bhakti and I am documenting my ankle stabilization surgery. So today is the 27th of November 2023 and I had an ankle stabilization surgery this morning at 11 a.m. So to start with, I have been battling with my leg issue for quite some time, about 10 plus years. I have seen 10 doctors before this one, and they were all like, you have plantar fasciitis. So I was doing everything every doctor told me to do topically. Haven't missed any treatment that is available in the market. Finally, because one of my other friends broke her ankle, she twisted her ankle, and she saw this doctor and she was very pleased with him. I wanted to see her doctor as well because my legs used to hurt bad. I was not able to do a lot of things. If I would do even a little activity, it would hurt. And because of that, actually, my hips are misaligned and I have spine issues because anything wrong, at the footing, it's going to transmit up. So I still remember my first visit with Dr. Knapp. He checked everything and he was the first doctor who said, let's go ahead and do an MRI. I had insisted before to all my doctors whom I have seen for plantar fasciitis if we should do an MRI, and nobody said yes. And Dr. Knapp was the first doctor who insisted on getting an MRI. So immediately in the next week, we did an MRI of my foot. This was last year. And what he saw in the MRI was my plantar fascia is torn really bad. It has micro tears. And my heel had a fracture where the spur bone is. It's exactly at that place, and it was going straight in. And it was a spot where you cannot find that in the x-ray. That's the reason that it never showed up in the x-ray. So when he saw that, he put me in a boot for 6 weeks. Being in a boot for 6 weeks definitely healed the fracture, and my plantar fasciitis was much better because I was not putting any weight on my foot and I was taking all the care. A year passed by, and that year I went back to dancing and a lot of activities, a lot of walking, everything, doing things around the house. And we planned to visit my brother this year in July time frame to Australia. And over there, we went to 3 cities. We went to Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane, where he lives. So when we went to Sydney being the city the way it is, it's best to walk. We were all walking everywhere, and by day 2, my calf were like stone. I was not able to walk. I was in excruciating pain. So I went for a massage, and the massage lady was like, what have you been doing? Your calves are like stones. I'm like, I don't know. I'll go see a doctor when I go back to my country. And here we were back, and in the next week, Dr. Nag gave me an appointment. He said, okay, let's go ahead and do an MRI of your ankle this time because your ankle is pretty loose. So when he did the MRI, he saw that the ankle was very loose. The ligaments were stretched out, really stretched out. and the tendons were possibly torn. Now, he said that it is difficult to know if the tendons are torn or, it's just the bend, because he explained to me this morning before surgery the location where it probably were torn. It's right below that ankle where they curve up. So he had said that he will make another incision and take a look at it, and if it is torn, he'll stitch it up. And I think that's what happened. So he did stitch it up. So this is me in the bed with my cast, with the big huge bandage, and that's the other leg. They have a compression sleeve on there so that blood circulation does not stop in the other leg by just keeping it up like this, propped up. I got to keep this propped up. In 2 days I have to go back and see Dr. Knapp. I guess that's the time when I will know the number of stitches and where all I have cuts on my leg. The good part is I do have a tattoo on that part on the side of my leg, which is very close to the ankle. So in the near future, when everything heals, I can maybe just extend that tattoo and my scars won't be that visible. So day one after coming back home from the hospital, it was difficult, but my parents are here, my husband is here, my oldest son was at home. It was time for him to go back to college, but he waited until we got home. So they all put me in the office chair and they wheeled me to the bedroom. Came to the bedroom, and with the help of crutches and with the help of my son and my husband, I'm in bed. It's really difficult to use the restroom. It's really difficult to do anything with those crutches, and putting my entire weight on this one leg. It's very, very difficult. Hats off to all these people who have had this kind of surgery and they are back on their feet today. It's a lot that the patient goes through, but I must definitely say it's a lot for the caregivers that are around you. My parents are doing all the cooking and cleaning in the house, feeding me from time to time. My husband is right next to me, taking me to the toilet every time I need to go, changing my clothes, and it's difficult, I must say. I have already taken 2 doses of painkillers since the afternoon, and taken the third one right now after dinner. And my ankle is in terrible pain. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say my pain level is about a 9. And this morning when I went in for the surgery, my pain level was 0. In spite of walking 3 days in New York right before the surgery and dancing for about an hour at one of our friends' 50th party yesterday. So this was day 1, and I will be back with my feelings about day 2, how I'm healing, how I'm feeling, and I can't wait to be back on my feet without any pain. And I really can't wait to get back to dancing. See you later. Thank you. Tomorrow. Bye-bye.